Makeup Chair. So today I'm going to show you guys how to apply eyeshadow like a pro. Well actually a lot of people have been asking if I will do a really slow down version of applying eye makeup. So I'm going to show you guys the basics, and then I'm going to show you guys how to work it up, how to blend, different techniques for using your eyeshadows and stuff like that. And then we actually end up with this look. Which is kind of on the bridal side, I would think. This is something I would definitely do on a bride. But it's just a way of building up your makeup, and it's really easy. Just have to remember to use two colours, and the first colour that you apply, you keep your eyes closed. The second colour, you keep your eyes open. Then everything from then on, you pretty much keep your eyes open to create the right shape. But I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I really hope that it's easy for you guys. If you need me to show you the look, like maybe how to do smoky eye slow down or something like that, let me know and I will totally do that for you. And then just keep watching. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the different eyeshadows there are. So you have these ones which are kind of pressed like this. You have loose ones which also come in like mineral form. This is just like if you got a pressed one and just mashed it up, that's kind of what that one is, because it's kind of chunky. And then you also have kind of cream or gloss ones look like this. They're good for bases if you're using these, so you put this underneath and then you put this on top and you get really intense colour. Or for maybe adding a little bit of glamour, shine, maybe underneath here in the inside of the eye, that kind of thing. But the easiest ones to work with would be the press ones. And then you have different forms. So you have, these would be kind of satiny, have a little bit of shimmer but very intense pigments. So that one's like that. Now there's a little bit of shimmer in there, but it's actually just very pigmented powder. And then you have these which are kind of metallic shades. See how when it hits the light, like if there's no light on it, it's just going to look matte, but when the light hits it, it goes kind of metallic. So that's the metallic ones like that. They show off really well in light. And then you have more matte. This is a matte shade. Has actually it's very flat, it's like no shimmer to it or anything like that, and that would be more of a matte ones. Now I think if you have a good mixture of matte and metallic, then you're pretty much good to go, because if you are looking for anything to add a little bit of kind of glitter, you can just get these little glitter pots and you can just press them over the eyeshadow that you've already placed on there, and then you're just going to make it glittery. And glitter doesn't suit everybody, so it's better off to have matte shades, majority of matte shades, some metallics, and then you can add in any glitter if you want to at the end of a look. And then there's different ways of applying it. So the easiest way is to apply it with your fingertips. You can either get a very intense kind of colour. If you're placing something in the middle, you can get it very intense and very sharp in that area. You can apply it with a fluffy brush like this, and you get very kind of light touched, very smoked out kind of looks. Or you can apply it with a flat brush, and that's a bit like applying it with your fingertips. It places the colour on there. And you can also do this. I'm going to show you guys this. You can take a little bit of water, wet your brush, make sure there's not too much on it. You don't want your brush to be soaking wet. And then you're going to dip it into your eyeshadow. So I'm first of all going to show you guys what this looks like if you just put it on your fingers like this. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's just this nice shimmer. And then if I wet it and just place it on there, I think my brush is a bit dry, but you just get a very smooth texture and you get a little bit more pigment. So this one here is wet and that's more dry, and it actually just makes it a lot easier. If you're using something that you feel is just like all over the place when you try and use it, like the glitter might be too intense or something, or the shimmer in it might be too intense, try wetting it and you might get a better result from it. And it just takes a very small drop of water, tip your brush in, tap off the excess, maybe dab it on a tissue or something, and then you can just go straight into your eyeshadow. I haven't found that it's damaged my eyeshadows in any way. It does dry out again, and this way you can make your eyeshadow into a liquid liner. So you can have a liquid liner in any colour that you might need, and it'll eventually dry. So that's kind of wet still, but that'll eventually dry out, and you'll just get a very pigmented, glossy kind of look. And otherwise you can just go for a wash. Now a wash is just simply from all of the lid up to the brows sometimes, or just a simple wash of the lid, and it's just where you can take your fingertip and you just take a little bit of the colour and sweep it over the lid, and you just get this very nice even kind of colour all over the lid. And it's very simple. You can use kind of light colours for that, or greys, something to bring out your eye colour. I tend to use brown for me because I have brown eyes. If I'm using it on my sister, she's got greeny hazel eyes, I'd use a grey kind of colour, maybe a little bit of green, something like that, something that complements your eye colour. Okay, so we're going to start off by applying a basic eye makeup look. So this is the base for any other makeup look that you want to do, whether you want to add this for a bridal look, you want to do this for a pin-up girl look, or even if you want to go smoky and stuff like that. Just these are the basics. So you're first of all going to need 2 shades. I'm actually going to show you guys these 2 because these are the basic ones that you're going to need. So like 2 shades that complement each other. So these are kind of in the same kind of family. And this would be the light base color. This is very light. This is for somebody who has very light skin. And then a little mid-tone, not too dark, mid-tone would be totally fine. Another good palette would be this by Rimmel. This is Color Rush in Origin, I think. 621, looks like that. It's very simple, and you have your 2 shades here. You can either use those 2, or you can use these 2, or you can use that one and this one for your mid-tone, but two complementing colors. I'm going to use this one, however, which is the In the Nude 17 Eyes. So you buy this in Boots. So these are the shades I'm going to use, and I am going to use this color here and then this one. So these 2 here. I've just dipped it into this color here, my damp brush. Gonna test in the back of my hand just to make sure it's not too intense. Or too wet, because you don't want it to be putting wetness all over your lid. And you can close your eyes and apply this. So I'm putting this all over the lid to start. I'm going to bring it up to my brows. Now when I'm coming in this way, I'm going to sweep it backwards across that way and then going down this way, just in case if I was using a darker colour and I started trying to brush out like this, then I'd just get a load of fallout out here. So it's just nice to get into the hang of always doing it down here and across that way, and then you won't get as much fallout. Now here is the little trick that I have. So I'm going to take my mid-tone colour, so that could be this colour or this colour, it doesn't really matter, it's up to yourself. I'm going to actually mix up the 2, I think, just to get a nice warm but mid-tone. And the trick to do this is to keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, make sure that you can get the shape that you want, because if I close my eyelids, see how different my eyelid looks, and I might think that I have more lid than I do and stuff like that, and I want to recede my brow bone because it comes out quite a bit, so that's why I'm going to place a darker colour on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my eye a little bit so I can create that crease that created there. Otherwise I just have it normally. But you're going to stick the brush in and just start working with light strokes, working outwards. You don't want to bring it too far in here. You want to keep this place pretty clean and just keep on the brow bone. And see how I'm gently hitting my hand like that. And that means I'm not going to go too far because I don't want to bring the brown out here. I just want to keep it right in here. So eventually you'll be able to do this in no time. It just takes a little bit of practice. And this is the base for any look. If I was doing a bridal look, this would be the same kind of technique that I would use. I'm just going to blend it a little bit so that it's a little bit softer. Now I'm not blending the whole thing. I'm only blending the outer part of it. And it's just very subtle, but this is just the start off point for doing any other look. Now if you wanted to do more of a pin-up look, you just add your kicked out liner. If you wanted to do more of a bridal look, which I'm actually going to show you guys, you could take a colour like this, which is like a peachy, with a little bit of gold to it. I'm just going to put this over the lid, very close to the lash line, and then I'm just going to blend it away very gently. Keeping it quite close to the lash line. I don't want to disturb the colour that I already have on there. I'm going to bring this in the inner part of the eye as well. And a little bit underneath. I've just evened up my eyes so they're exactly the same. And now we're going to go in and we're going to deepen this look even more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my same brush. I'm going to dip it in my water again. and I'm going to take a darker color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this darker color here. It's like a mocha brown, quite dark. Take a little bit of that. So you're keeping your eyes open and you're deepening the mid-tone. At this point you could just add some mascara and you'd be totally done. But I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep kind of adding and maturing this look a little. So next I'm going to take an angled brush. This is actually a dirty angled brush, I think. I'm going to take this, I'm going to dip it into my water, tap off the excess. I'm going to take that first shade that we started off with, take a little bit of that, and I'm going to line right underneath here with it. So slightly pull down and just do the waterline very, very gently. Take that same angled brush, we're going to wet it, and we are going to take the darkest shade that we have. So I think the darkest shade that I have is this Art Deco color in number 524. It's almost like a black. I'm going to take a little bit of that on the angled brush, and we're going to use this as like a liner. You could also use liquid liner, but I don't have a very good brown liquid liner, so instead I'm going to use this. And that just thickens up the lashes. If you can see from the difference, like I haven't done it over here, and see how much thicker and kind of darker my actual eye looks just from adding that simple brown liner. Don't have to go too crazy, just a brown liner will totally do you fine, or using a wet eyeshadow. I'm going to add either false eyelashes, very simple false eyelashes, or just mascara. I'm going to curl my eyelashes as well. So you're going to take the lashes and tilt it upwards and hold. My new favourite mascara, I actually use these two together. This is the Lash Accelerator Mascara with Growth Lash Complex, and it works, it really does. I'm going to do a review on this, but this is by Rimmel. So I usually use a little bit of this and then a little bit of my Volume Max mascara as well. So that is the finished eye look. Now to move on to the rest of the face, all you have to do to kind of bring in that peachy kind of colour in there, what you can do is you can take your brush, I have a little bit of lip gloss on, take that same colour you're using, so this is the Sweetheart by Rimmel, take it just in the centre of the lips, smudge it, have a little bit of peach on the actual cheeks, and the look is pretty much finished. It is really that easy when it comes to eyeshadow. Just stick with the two colours, then slowly build it up. Then you can add in fun colours, a bit of liner, maybe some more mascara, maybe even deeper colours, so if you wanted to go for black. But just keep your eyes open once you've done the first initial step. Keep your eyes open, and that way you can get a nice blend. You can see the shape that you're creating. Then after you think you've created the shape that you need to, close your eyes and just make sure that you blend a little bit here. And then you can add the fun colour just by tapping it in the centre of the lid or something like that. And it can be any colour that you really want. And just always remember that once you've added your mascara and a little bit of eyeliner, then the look is really going to be complete. So don't worry about it too much, just keep remembering to take a step back, have a look at the eye shape that you're creating, and see if it's going in the right direction that you want it to be. If you have any questions, you can let me know. You can let me know here, you can let me know in Formspring. If you let me know in Formspring, you don't have to have an account, you can just type in the question straight away and I will help you. But make sure you tell me that it's this video that you're asking about, and if you want, you can add me as a friend on Facebook as well. So if you have any questions, you can let me know there. I'm Sineadycady, thanks for watching.